Today I'll be showing you my most recent and updated evening skincare routine. Hi, I'm Desi Stark and welcome to my channel where we talk about luxury skincare, beauty, and lifestyle products. Now, I do also want to bring up the fact that most of these products do not have to be used only by people over 50 or over 40. Most of these products can actually be used comfortably over the age of 25 and etc. These products I'm only using at night. They're all highly concentrated, so you don't actually have to use them twice a day. So when I build this skincare routine or any other evening skincare routine, I make it a point to include three kind of main ingredients, if you will. Multiple peptides, not only one, there's four different kind of categories of peptides, and I do want to make sure that my products contain a variety of peptides. So one, a variety of peptides, two, growth factors, and three, retinoids. And these are pretty much the three most researched ingredients, kind of proven to lift your face and improve density and firmness and kind of remove sagging and also repair wrinkles. Now, not to say that it doesn't help with other things, of course it does. Dullness, hyperpigmentation, glow, and etc. All of these are also addressed, but I consider those to be mostly cosmetic because they're problems that only the surface of your skin has. So they're usually repaired quite easily, but when it comes to density of your skin, when it comes to serious wrinkles and firmness of your skin, these are more difficult things to repair and they usually take a very long time. Okay, first thing that I do at night is always a double cleanse. I always start with a balm and then I introduce a second cleanser. I rotate a lot of different cleansers, but I will kind of show you the most effective and my personal favorites. My favorite one is the Sisley one. It's been my favorite for a very long time. This removes everything. It smells incredible, the texture is incredible, it does remove mascara, and it's overall a very pleasant product. This is another actually recent addition to my collection. It's by Versed. This is a fairly inexpensive product, and I'm usually very skeptical when I'm testing inexpensive products for a lot of different reasons, but this was a pleasant surprise. I do believe this is around $18, and it's actually a pretty incredible product. You need a very little amount. It does remove everything. It just kind of melts your makeup away. It has a light sense of eucalyptus oil. It also has vitamin E. So just keep that in mind. If you are sensitive or allergic to eucalyptus oil, probably not for you. I am not, and this works fairly well. I wasn't even a big fan of eucalyptus oil before, but this is actually kind of soothing, especially because it's at night. So it's a very subtle scent. I think this is overall, again, for $18, this is a very elegant product and it gets the job done. And the third one I'm gonna kind of mention is the one from La Prairie. This is a very exuberant product because it's quite pricey, but this is probably the epitome of cleansing. It doesn't really get any better than this. I think it's worth it to maybe try it once in your life. Unless you have the budget, but this is an incredible product, and I repurchase it over and over again because I just enjoy the whole skincare experience, and this is part of my meditation, if you will, at night, or my break after a very long busy day. This is kind of my reward. As a second cleanse, I actually used the Late VIP 02 by Biologique Recharge. I've been using this product for a very long time. This is my favorite kind of cleansing milk from Biologique Recharge, and I don't know how many times I've been repurchasing this, but it's just an overall fantastic product. You can use it in the morning as well. You can use it at night. And a couple of times, a couple of nights a week, I actually also use the Definitive Enzyme Cleanser. This is a powder. This is an enzyme cleansing powder. This kind of polishes away. It's not actually physically a rough product. It's a powder, and when you mix it with a little bit of water, you can mix it with this. Sometimes I combine those two, but it kind of polishes away all of your dead skin and it gives you this incredible glow. This is probably my favorite enzyme powder now. I start with the Definitive Lifting Toner. The spray is incredible, but this Definitive Lifting Toner can serve a few different purposes. It's 4 different things. This is a toner, an essence, it could be a first serum, and also you can use it to refresh and hydrate throughout the day over makeup. So I think this is a very universal product. I find it incredible, and because of its versatility, it's probably my kind of my most used product because I can use it for so many different purposes. This is a recent addition. I think I've been only using it for the last 2-3 months, but I do see a lifting effect from it. The way that I use this is obviously I either spray it directly onto my face, but I find it a little bit more helpful because the concentration of the spray actually goes directly onto my palm. So I spray it directly onto my palm and then I press it in my skin. One thing that I forgot to bring up, I have a normal to dry skin. I always apply all of my skincare, all of my face, on my neck, on my décolleté, and the back of my hands. The second serum that I use is the line serum, Definitive Line Serum. This is actually the first product that I tried by Auteur, and this is by far probably my favorite serum, not only by Auteur, my favorite product by Auteur, but probably my favorite serum overall. And I've tried a lot of different expensive skincare throughout the last 30 years of my life. It's a multi-peptide serum. It does also contain Cynic, which is a neurotransmitter peptide, and it kind of simulates the effect of Botox. Peptides actually improve or inhibit the collagen production of your face. And if you didn't know, around the age of 25, our body produces kind of less and less of collagen by 1% per year, by the way. So by the time that you're 50, you kind of lose half of your collagen production. So you need to introduce peptides in order to kind of get the collagen back, the collagen levels back into your face. And this is what these wrinkles are created. If your face does not have enough collagen, then your face kind of deflates, so wrinkles are visible here and everywhere else. When I started using this, I was kind of thinking, well, I may as well just go and do Botox, right? I mean, nothing compares to Botox. The problem is Botox you can only do here, right? You really cannot apply Botox here, or here for that matter. And this is where this guy comes into play. You can apply it here, as you can see my lines, and I'm not 25 anymore, so the lines actually have disappeared. And I do have to mention, this is not how I looked 5 years ago. And again, I've been using luxury skincare for a very, very, very long time. This works, especially if you give it time. This is a product that you can actually use sort of in the morning as well. If you spray a very little amount and you kind of press it into the skin where you have deep lines. I usually would do it here, around my eyes, and on these lines. And but I use it every night. But different categories, as I mentioned, there are 4 different categories of peptides, and different categories of peptides address collagen production levels in a very different way. That's why you need to kind of have a variety of different peptides. The second serum that I use is by Serum. This is the one that I call Love Potion number 9. I actually created the whole episode just on calcium. Calcium is a growth factor. This is pure concentration of growth factor. So this is the most intense, concentrated, from a concentration perspective, growth factor serum. I think this is pure gold right here. All you need is 2, maybe 3 drops. It has a little pipette. And if you didn't know, growth factors actually stimulate cell turnover. So your cells actually kind of turn over or replicate a little bit faster. As we grow older, cells kind of tend to slow down their rate of turnover. So instead of taking 40 days, now you have a new cell maybe in 50 or 60 days. Now, unfortunately, you need to have a lot of cells in order to keep the density of your skin. Otherwise, once again, you start losing cells, and then your face deflates, or it creates these hollow parts of your face that I know a lot of people dislike. And this is what growth factor helps with. So growth factors are a must in my skincare routine. They are tremendous help in your kind of fight in anti-aging and trying to reverse the signs of aging. Most of the time, because it's only 2-3 drops, I will combine it with my third serum, which is the definitive hyaluron activator. This is not just hyaluronic acid. This also contains growth factors, a different type. This is a synthetic growth factor. This is a natural stem cell or growth factor, but I sometimes combine it with this. Sometimes I use it just on its own. Sometimes I even use it with this truth treatment systems. This is I believe an oxygenated water. It doesn't do anything specific. It's just a spray that you can dilute your products if they're too concentrated or you need a very small amount. Now, Calcium makes other growth factor products that contain growth factors. The multi-action cream is my other favorite. I use it now in the morning actually because it's just a cream and it's very easy to apply. I also really like this recovery night complex. Sometimes I use both of these. Sometimes I'll just actually use this one. This one specifically on your neck, absolutely fantastic. After I've applied my serums, I do apply my Curology, which is technically my prescription. This is how I get my retinoid. So I'm using tretinoin. I'm at 0.07%. I have been on 0.7% for a couple of years now. One little tip on retinols and retinoids if you are using one. I do hear from a lot of people they tend to start on the very high concentration level at 1%, but they only use it once, maybe twice a week for a very long time. I actually find out that this is not the right approach for me. I started for the longest time when I started initially, which was about probably 4 or 5 years. When I started with retinoid, I started on a very low dosage. I believe it was 0.15 or maybe even below that. It was just technically non-existent, but I kept it at that level for over a year, maybe almost 2 years, but I would apply it every night, and then I upgraded to 0.05 and I kept it for a whole year, and for 1 or 2 years I have been on 0.07. I do like to apply my retinoid every night. I want to be consistent rather than go to 1% or even 1.25 and apply it every other night and suffer through the irritation of my skin. But if you're in the United States, Curology is the way to go. I love the service. I absolutely love how this gets delivered to my door once or twice a month, or you can push your orders if you want. You don't have to wait. It's absolutely an amazing service, and I do strongly recommend it. After that, I do apply my eye cream, and I'm using the Definitive Eye Cream by Auteur. This is also a product that I also saw results, but it took a while. Compared to the other products, yes, it took a while. It probably took 3, 4, 5 months, but this is a really beautiful product. It also contains Cynic and a variety of other peptides. It actually helps with dark circles, it helps with puffiness, lines, wrinkles, etc. It's a fascinating product. And last, I do finish with a cream. The cream, I rotate between two. Actually, for the longest time, I was using the Definitive Density Cream. I have to say that this is my other favorite product by Auteur, but this is an incredible product. This also contains Cynic, a variety of peptides, and this is a very complex formula, and it definitely helps with firmness, it helps with the lift, it helps with density of your skin. It's a very thin product. All of the Auteur products are in a pump, so they're very thin, very easy to apply. Now, for a little bit when I was transitioning from winter to spring, as I said, my skin was a little thirsty, so I switched to the Definitive Restoration Cream. Boy, this is beautiful. This is highly hydrating. Not that the Density Cream is not, but this is more. This gives you a lot of hydration. It suits the skin. It's a very, very comfortable cream. I do recommend it if you have dehydrated, thirsty skin. This is the way to go. This will kind of save you from the winter months, from transitioning from winter to spring. And I only went through one bottle. I don't even think I used the whole bottle, and it actually repaired the hydration levels of my skin. And the newest product that I received only a few months ago is the Definitive Neck and Décolleté Cream. I'll make a separate episode on all my favorite products for the neck, but this actually, you see an immediate result on your neck. It does remove lines, and if you keep up with it, it will give you more of a long-term result. This is a fascinating product. I don't even have to use it every night. I use it every other night just because that's what I need. And also I do apply the remaining of my skincare on my neck as well. Now, if you didn't know, you do need the extra hydration for your neck because you technically do not have any sebaceous glands, just like you do on your face. On your face, you do. You have pores. Those are sebaceous glands and they release oil. You don't have any of those on your neck, so you always need extra hydration for your neck, and this is what this gives you. It's a very successful product, the newest addition to Auteur. And by the way, most of these now come in refillable bottles, so you don't have to buy the whole bottle all the time, which is very smart and very kind of aligned with the whole, environmentally conscious theme that we've been living in. So I do love that about Auteur as well. I will take a little pause here because I do have a kind of a short announcement. I have some skincare that I would love to send to some of you, to 5 of you actually, as gifts. I have I have an Auteur retinol serum. I have some beautiful kind of a gifts from Calcium with skincare. I will be selecting 5 of my subscribers, of you all beauties, and I would love to send you some free gifts as a big thank you for subscribing and leaving me all these beautiful notes. I don't post videos as often as I would love to. As most of you know, YouTube is not my career. I do have a career in finance, so this is more of a hobby, sharing my experience in skincare and luxury skincare, as I've been experimenting with skincare and beauty products for 30 years now. I do appreciate you subscribing. I want to say big thank you from the bottom of my heart. Every time you leave me a note, it touches me. I'm receiving really beautiful comments and really no negative comments so far, which is I'm surprised. I'm blown away. So all you have to do, so I can randomly select 5 of you, is subscribe to this channel, obviously, and also leave a note below. It could be any note, it could be a comment. It doesn't really matter, but that will give me kind of a list of people that I can randomly select 5, and I would love to send you some skincare and share some of the products that I have with you. A few things to mention because a few of you have brought it up in the past. I know that Auteur usually recommends that you kind of take a little bit of a breather between applying the products. You take a little bit of a break. I don't have to. I don't see the need to. I apply them one over the other very, very quickly. I do enjoy, of course, the application process and the scents. These are kind of very naturally scented, very pleasant. They're overall a very nice experience. This is my routine. I absolutely love it. I see results. And again, you don't have to be 50, over 60, over 40. You can pick and choose a lot of these products, even if you're in your 20s or 30s or etc., because prevention is a very important, not only in the medical field when it comes to your health, but nowadays I have to truly recommend prevention when it comes to skincare as well. So the last thing I want to share with you is this pillow. This pillow is called the Omnia Anti-Aging Pillow, and it's made by a brand called Sleep and Glow. I did receive it probably about a month ago, and I wanted to test it out and see is it really an anti-aging pillow? Because I'm a skeptic when you throw a pillow at me and you tell me that it's an anti-aging product. Now, obviously, this is not an anti-aging product per se. It's not going to make you look younger overnight. But the point of a pillow like this is, obviously, when you're sleeping, depending on your pillow, of course, when you're sleeping, you gotta tend to, your skin goes like this, especially if you're a side sleeper, or I'm a stomach sleeper, so my face is always a little this. But this is the point of this pillow, is obviously to prevent that. So when you're sleeping, your face goes in one of these divots here, so you technically do not experience this. My traditional pillow, my regular pillow, is actually very expensive pillow. I have a bunch of them, but the pillow for me is actually the most important thing. I can technically sleep on the floor, but if I don't have a very comfortable pillow, I cannot get a wink of sleep. This is rather futuristic looking. It actually does help with puffing. I'm noticing that when I sleep on this pillow, my face, it doesn't matter what I've eaten the night before, my face actually doesn't, it's not puffy in the morning, number one. But the second thing is, over time, you may be able to see less forming of wrinkles, just because truly when you put your head on a pillow like this, you don't allow for your face to be deformed. That's the point of this pillow. So I do think that it's a great creation. It does come with its own silk pillowcase, so you don't have to spend more money on that. What I also like about it is, actually, unlike a traditional pillow, you can fold this one like that, and you can actually put it in your suitcase. I travel a lot for business, and very often when you put me in the hotel, and it doesn't matter if it's a 5-star or whatever, it's not my pillow, so I'm a little bit more comfortable with my pillow. So I may actually take this pillow with me when I travel on my business trips. I always take a silk pillowcase when I travel, believe it or not, and it's not so much for my hair, it's for my skin. I do notice an improvement in my skin ever since I actually started using a silk pillowcase. So it does small things like that. You may think that they're not contributing to things, but once you add every little thing, your skincare regimen, your peptides and your retinoids, and you double cleanse, and then you pillow, and then you silk pillowcase, and then maybe you throw in a little bit of LED light, or any other kind of device that you think, they kind of, all these things compile and they kind of cohesively start working together. Now, recently I've been trying to kind of more simplify everything, so I don't do a lot of extra stuff. I don't do masking every day. I do masking only maybe once every other week or so. But the evening skincare routine is one thing that I will not compromise on. This is something that I've always, for as long as I can remember, 20 some years, I've always invested actually a lot of finances and a lot of budget. So yes, if you're on the market for a pillow, if you're looking for a pillow, and if you kind of looking for comfort, but also you're trying to avoid the lines or puffiness, this is actually one pretty amazing product. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.